This is the third in a series of films about Harmony's new economic model, the crucial set of formulas governing token issuance, supply, and block rewards. In the first two films, we took a closer look at what has changed in the new model, as well as the importance of simplicity in making the model easy to understand. In this film, we'll be looking at staking ratio.
Looking at what?
Glad you asked. The staking ratio is actually a crucial metric for judging the health of a POS chain. In simple terms, the higher the staking ratio, the more secure the chain. Okay, before we talk about the staking ratio, let's just remind ourselves what staking actually is. In blockchain, staking refers to the process of holding funds to support the operations of a blockchain network through a reward-driven process. The proof-of-stake algorithm uses an election process to select a node to be the validator of the next block based on a combination of factors that could include the staking age, randomization, and the node's wealth. On Harmony, we use a naughty little variant of proof-of-stake called effective proof-of-stake, which we'll be covering in a future video. In proof-of-stake systems, blocks are said to be forged rather than mined. Users who want to participate in the forging process are required to lock a certain amount of coins into the network as their stake. The idea being that if you have funds at stake, you're more likely to act in the interests of the network. Now, staking ratio is defined as the ratio of the amount staked at a single point in time divided by the total circulating supply of the crypto asset. A higher staking ratio is beneficial for two reasons. A high staking ratio above 60% means that the network is highly secure, since mounting a 33% attack would require at least 20% of the token supply. And just as important, a high staking percentage signals that there's a large and loyal community that's committed to the project for the long term. If 60% or more tokens are bonded in the staking contract, you know that a majority of tokens belong to hodlers. The second benefit of a higher staking ratio is that it creates organic demand for the one token. In the long run, adoption of on-chain applications will drive network usage and demand for one, but the first major use case and demand driver for the token will be staking. We believe that higher staking yields will lead to more desire to stake one, thus driving more demand. So that was a closer look at the second major pillar of the new economic model, higher staking ratio. But in the next film, we'll be looking at the most contentious of them all, the path to zero issuance.